Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we set the project in motion. The asteroid is now hurtling towards the mass relay. Doctor Kenson, of course, she can't be having that. She is setting this facility to blow, and of course, we can't allow that, so... I will. I absolutely will, madam.
Step away from the reactor.
You've ruined everything. I can't hear the whispers anymore.
Turn around. Now.
You've taken them away from me. I will never see the Reaper's arrival. All you had to do was stay asleep.
Collision imminent. Warning, 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 collision imminent.
Joker, this is Shepard. I need a pickup, now.
Communication system damaged.
Damn it!
Evacuation protocols in effect. All personnel report to escape shuttles.
Where can I find an escape shuttle?
Take the lift from this room to the external access. From there, proceed to the communications tower. The remaining escape shuttles will be located on the tower's landing pad.
I have to get to that comm tower and take a shuttle. It's my only chance.
Okay. Okay, only 28 minutes left. Okay. And again, obviously, I need to search for loot. I can get out of here in 30 minutes. It's fine. It's fine. Probably. Okay, I remember this. Okay. This is where we were before. Yeah, the comm tower was actually locked off. This room was also locked, so... Don't mind if I do. A yoink.
This looks interesting.
Oh! Again, this is really nice, but I don't need it now. I'm about to end the game. Ah, well. Yeah. Go, go, go.
Warning. Alpha relay collision imminent. Evacuation is recommended.
Okay. Okay, don't worry, I'm going. I'm going. Whilst looting. Thank you kindly.
Normalizing pressure in airlock.
Oh god. Okay, you know. Into cover. Hi there. Hello, sir. I think that got him. Oh god, can... If we need to get to the tower, I think she said, Unless, if there's a shuttle left. If there's a shuttle left, okay. You know what? Okay, let's blast him. There we go. Into cover. There we are. There we are. Just let me heal up. Let me heal up. I need a bit more than that. Come on. afford to... I really can't afford to be fast in here. Down. Okay. Who's shooting me? Oh, you over there. Alright, dickhead. So the last shuttle is leaving. Okay. Okay, well that's not good. Okay.
We have to get to the comm tower.
Why? I don't have any tech people. Why? Okay, but we do need to get to the comm tower. Okay. Oh, you know what? Give me that. Also, why is our thing not? There we go. Get into cover. Come on, just take it out. Where are you going? I need to focus on the mech. The mech is the biggest threat. There we go. Ooh, Nelly. Ooh, Nelly. Okay. Okay. Come on, dickheads. Come on, dickheads. Just you. You between me and freedom. Run, bitch, run! Come on. Okay, I think that was the last of them. Okay. Okay. Get me out of here.
External comm channel open.
Shepard to Normandy. Joker, do you read me?
Shepard, you have become an annoyance. You fight against inevitability, dust struggling against cosmic winds. This seems a victory to you. A star system sacrificed. But even now, your greatest civilizations are doomed to fall. Your leaders will beg to serve us.
Again, this would be very intimidating if I hadn't seen you get stuck in a wall. We're not gonna go quietly into this good night.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we can't win this. But we'll fight you regardless. Just like we did Sovereign. Just like I'm doing now. However insignificant we might be, we will fight. We will sacrifice, and we will find a way. That's what humans do.
Know this as you die in vain. Your time will come. Your species will fall. Prepare yourselves for the arrival.
Commander Shepard, Normandy inbound for pickup.
Roger that. Get us out of here, Joker.
Huh. Looks like you've recovered.
Admiral Hackett.
Sounds like you went through hell down there. How are you feeling?
Fine. No more visions, if that's what you mean. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
You went out there as a favor to me. I decided to debrief you in person. That was before the mass relay exploded and destroyed an entire Batarian system. What the hell happened out there, Commander?
Oh, so... it all went to shit.
Have you received any intel about what happened?
All I know is I sent you out there to break Doctor Kenson out of prison. And now an entire system is destroyed. I hope you could fill in the leap of logic between those two events.
Yeah, I don't think it all went to shit, sir, will exactly do. I literally had no choice because the game made the decision for me. As I said, I don't necessarily mind that for Naomi, because Naomi is very much like a, oh shit, immediate threat. Oh, the actions of my the consequences of my actions. Oh dear. So I think this suits her. Yeah, clearly she felt like she had no choice.
I confirmed Dr. Kenson's proof. The Reapers were coming, and destroying that relay was the only way to stop them. Kenson sedated me for almost 2 days. I started the engines with little more than an hour left. I tried to warn the Batarian colony, but time ran out.
The Batarians report no survivors from Aratat. At least you tried. And you believe the Reaper invasion really was a threat?
No doubt about it. We literally had minutes to spare.
I'm sure all the details are in your report. I won't lie to you, Shepard. The Batarians will want blood, and there's just enough evidence for a witch hunt. And we don't want war with the Batarians. Not with the Reapers at the galaxy's edge.
What are you saying?
You did what you did for the best of reasons, but there were more than 300,000 Batarians in that system. All dead.
Oh. It wasn't worth the price. I don't think that Naomi would be like, oh yeah, it was worth his. Naomi has literally nothing against the Batarians. Naomi has zero beef. She has negative beef with the Batarians. There is not a cat in hell's chance that she'd be like, oh yeah, those Batarian lives were a worthwhile price. Yeah, no. Ultimately, by stopping the Reapers now, we're giving ourselves a little bit more time to prepare. Because let's be honest, no one has prepared. We're preparing. Everyone else is just being like, they don't exist. Fuck you. Hopefully with the time we have left, we can prepare, we can warn people, and that way we can avoid future galaxies by sacrificing these people. A lot more have been saved. But yeah, I don't think by any stretch of the imagination she'd be saying, and that was a worthwhile price.
They died to save trillions of lives. If I could have saved them, you bet your ass I would have.
You're preaching to the choir, Commander. If it were up to me, I'd give you a damn medal. Unfortunately, not everyone will see it that way.
So what do you suggest?
Evidence against you is shoddy at best. But at some point, you'll have to go to Earth and face the music. I can't stop it, but I can and will make them fight for it.
Oh. The whole reason why Naomi joined the military, well, I think it was twofold. One, she saw this as a way of, like, if she, like, people expected her to die young. You know, oh, she's gonna do drugs and overdose and she's just gonna die in the gutter like Skylar. She's nobody and nothing, blah, blah, blah. This was a way that, like, if she did die young, then, you know, her death would kind of account for something, you know? It'd have meaning. I think also part of it was, you know, she wanted to avoid going to prison. If I stay in this life, I'm gonna have to keep going with the gang and blah, 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 and I'm gonna end up in prison. And now she's ended up in prison. She's just like, one of the few things I wanted to avoid. Prison time, goddamn.
I didn't expect to see you aboard a Cerberus vessel.
I don't like Cerberus or the way they do things, but they brought you back to life, and they're actually doing something about the state of the galaxy. Besides, I'm not so sure this is a Cerberus ship anymore. Right?
No, it is. It is, and that's why she has plans to scrap it.
Is the Alliance concerned about the Batarians' response to this incident?
Very. The Batarians have been looking for an excuse to wage war on us since we showed up in the galaxy. If the Reapers invade, we need the galaxy to work together. If we're at war with the Batarians, the other races will be hesitant to give aid to either side.
Is the Alliance prepared for a Reaper invasion?
That's hard to say. It took multiple fleets and the Destiny Ascension to bring Sovereign down, and that was just one Reaper. If the Reapers come in force, we're just not ready.
Yeah, not this one. They should be thanking me because like I said, Naomi regrets what she's done. In the moment she was like, this is the best thing I can do. We're gonna stop the invasion. Oh shit, all these people have died. I don't think she'd be, oh, they should be thanking me for this. Blah blah blah. So it's between I'll turn myself in and I appreciate the delay. I think so. We do know that the Alliance also wants us arrested for terrorism because they thought that we were with Cerberus. Naomi doesn't like the Alliance. Ever since discovering that the Alliance enabled Cerberus's research on Akuz, which was the incident that got 50 of her friends killed. Ever since then, she's kind of been like, the Alliance and Cerberus are in bed together. They've tried to cover it up. I don't trust them, blah, blah, blah. She trusts individuals within the Alliance. She trusts Anderson and Hackett. But she doesn't really trust the organization. I think she has a lot of anger towards this organization. She has dedicated her life, her adult life, to serving, and they repaid her by giving her lifelong trauma and not copping to it, i.e. Akuz. Oh, we're not going to say anything about our involvement in all of this. We're just going to, turn our heads and whistle innocently. That totally wasn't us. We had no involvement in that. She was the first ever human Spectre. She goes missing. She winds up with a terrorist organization, and they don't stop to think maybe she's been kidnapped. Maybe she's being held against her will. Maybe she's being held hostage. We should go and try and save her. We should try and reclaim her. That didn't happen. Naomi very much feels like the Alliance has used her. And when it became inconvenient, oh well, fuck her. We're not gonna bother helping her out. Individuals have helped. Again, Hackett being like, yeah, nah, fuck that. You can't have her for the terrorism charge. Don't go after her. Fuck you. She appreciates Hackett's involvement, but she does not like the Alliance. She doesn't trust the Alliance. At the same time, I think if we put this off, if we keep putting this off, all that will do will give them ammunition. See, she's putting it off. She clearly was working with Cerberus. She was there voluntarily. She's putting this off. If she were innocent, why would she not come in herself? If she were innocent, why would she not come before us and give her evidence? And Naomi would argue, I've got very good reason to not come before you. You're partially responsible for the death of my team on Akuz. But people aren't going to see it like that. People aren't going to see it like that. I'm drawn to this. Naomi has always feared going to prison. And she doesn't like the Alliance. She doesn't like what they've done. But this is an opportunity for her to go before them and defend herself. Admittedly, she's not the best speaker. I think she'd be like, I need to hire a lawyer. I've got all this mineral wealth and I'm putting it into finding the best lawyer I can. She'd definitely want a lawyer. However, this is her opportunity to say, I was kidnapped by Cerberus and y'all abandoned me. Y'all just left me. I was humanity's first Spectre. I was this, that, and the other. Y'all were like, oh, Shepard this, Shepard that, Shepard's so important. And when it came down to it, you didn't bother to help me. You want my help, but you don't want to help me. What the fuck? This is a good opportunity to do that, so yeah.
I'll gladly stand trial once this mission is done.
Glad to see working with Cerberus hasn't stripped away your sense of honor. Do whatever you have to do out here. But when Earth calls, you make sure you're there with your dress blues on, ready to take the hit. In the meantime, you keep this. I don't need to see a report to know you did the right thing.
Yes, sir.
You've done a hell of a thing, Commander.
Dr. Amanda Kenson was rescued from a Batarian prison on the planet Aratot, and Shepard confirmed her proof of a Reaper invasion. Shepard was captured by Kenson, who had been indoctrinated by a Reaper artifact. Shepard escaped and activated the project, destroying the Alpha Relay and ending the Reaper invasion. Dr. Kenson did not survive. The Bahak system and all its inhabitants were destroyed. And there we go. I'm happy to call it there. This is the end of the LP. It feels so strange to be recording this. So I'm recording this outro on the 3rd of May. So this is being recorded the day it's supposed to go live. I've had to take a break from this game. As you saw, going and getting Legion's dialogue, it heavily contributed to the feeling of burnout that I had, and I just haven't been able to face this game. But now that I've had some time, I think I can give a more objective review, because if I had recorded this immediately after Legion's final dialogue, my whole review would have been, this game is shit and I hate it. But objectively speaking, I don't think that's a fair review at all. There were things about this game that I liked. I thought the beginning was amazing. It was a little fast-paced for my liking, but it did draw me in. It gave me this sense of curiosity of, ooh, what's going to happen next? Where is this going? What's going to happen? And that sense of curiosity really is what pushed me through the game. The ending was also great. They took the ending from the first game and just built upon it. Fantastic, a fantastic way to end this. I love the suicide mission. The music was also phenomenal. I don't think I really mentioned the soundtrack during the LP, but I did take note of it and I loved it. And finally, the writing in terms of the companions. They improved so much. When you look at the writing for the companions in the first game and the quality of the loyalty missions, I really think the writers should be commended for such a drastic improvement. And unfortunately, that's where my positive comments end. This game, sadly, I just found it extremely disappointing. The main plot, it was crap. There were so many plot holes. Why was Shepard so spineless? That is actually my main takeaway that I have from this game, that Shepard is a pathetic and spineless character. It's why I went so hard on the roleplay, because I don't find Shepard compelling. Their whole character in this, in my opinion, was, yes, elusive man, sir, no elusive man, sir, of course I'll get on my knees, elusive man, sir. That was the sound of Shepard choking on the elusive man's giant schlong, just in case you were a bit confused there. I've seen arguments that Shepard needed to work with Cerberus because Cerberus were the only ones who could help them. I disagree entirely. Cerberus were the only people who could build a new Normandy. Nope, the Alliance could have done that, and it would behoove the Alliance to do so. The Normandy is a symbol of human heroism. It was the ship of the person who saved the Council. The Normandy is the essence of what humans can accomplish. The Alliance had every reason to rebuild it. oh, well, Cerberus was the only group who could get Shepard the information they needed. Nope, not with Liara as the Shadow Broker. And you can do that DLC very early on into the game. With her info, Shepard has everything Cerberus has and more. There really was no reason for Shepard to have anything to do with Cerberus after that. But I think my biggest disappointment with Mass Effect 2 was that the main reason I got so much enjoyment out of playing it, because I did enjoy playing it the first time through, the reason I enjoyed it so much was because I was curious. But now I'm no longer curious. I've seen everything, done everything, I know what happens, and I'm left with a plot that I think is crap. As such, I have no reason to replay this. I loved the suicide mission when I first played it, I loved the DLC, but when I had to replay it to get Legion's dialogue, I felt nothing but boredom. If you go back to the episodes where I played the suicide mission, you can hear how hyped I was. But on a replay, there's nothing. Replaying that section was the most miserable gaming experience I've ever had. And it wasn't because I was frustrated. It was because this game offers me nothing now that I know what happens. I mentioned before that I was hopeful that something would happen that would recontextualize the whole plot. I waited and I waited and I hoped, but that just didn't happen. I was hoping for maybe in the suicide mission, after the base blew up, that Miranda would pull Shepard to the side and say that she lied about a mind control chip, that she did install one, and that's why Shepard just went along with the elusive man. Or in Arrival, when Harbinger appeared, that he'd say, oh, the Reapers are more powerful than you realise. We've been influencing you, Shepard, this entire time. Why did you think you went along with Cerberus so easily? It was because of us. Like, I was waiting for something that would make me go, oh, that's why Shepard was acting like this. But that just never happened. And without that curiosity, without that recontextualization for, to go, oh, of course, this is why Shepard was doing this. Of course. Without any of that, the game is completely unreplayable. I think that the writers forgot two major things. One, this is a role-playing game. That's how it was marketed, and people are going to want to role-play a character. And two, they made Cerberus out to be the devil incarnate in the first game. And because of that, it feels like the writers thought that because Cerberus brought Shepard back and they believed them about the Reapers, that would be enough. And it just isn't for me. I think the measure of a good game is how well it can hide the railroad. All games are on railroads, because video games aren't tabletop RPGs. There are a set number of things for the player to do, but a good game can hide that railroad. With Mass Effect 2, I don't think they hid the railroad at all. In fact, I felt like I was on the train. I was in the dining car. I could see the railroad and the train clear as day. Personally, if I were rewriting this, they needed to make Cerberus more sympathetic. They needed to show Cerberus doing good things. Even if they still didn't want to allow the player the choice, Shepard will always join Cerberus, no matter what. They really needed to show Cerberus in a non-terrorist light. Personally, I'd keep the opening the same. It was a strong opening, but the first change I'd make is that we don't see Miranda. When Shepard wakes up and they hear the Doctor and Miranda talking, we hear that, but we don't see them. The subtitles say Mystery Woman. Maybe her voice is a bit scrambled, but we keep her hidden. The station is attacked by mechs, Shepard gets up, but there's no Miranda guiding us. We have to figure things out for ourselves. There's no Cerberus imagery in the station, keep the logs, but there's no mention of who brought Shepard back. Shepard goes through the station, taking out the mechs, when they come face to face with an engineer and see that this person is wearing an Alliance uniform. A voice calls out, "Hold fire, that's her!" And we recognize the voice as Anderson. He rushes out saying the station is about to blow and they need to get Shepard out of there, and we realize this wasn't an attack, it was a rescue. Shepard leaves with the Alliance, the station blows up, it's really cinematic. And Anderson explains that Shepard has been missing for 2 years. They thought they were dead, but they recently received a tip-off that they were actually being held hostage on this facility. Maybe Shepard has a line about thinking, no, I think I actually did die, but Anderson says, no, that's impossible. They get to the Citadel. The Council are dismissive, because of course they are, saying that they want Shepard to go back to doing what they were doing before. The Alliance has rebuilt the Normandy and Anderson has got Chakwas and Joker back, but they're concerned as they don't know who had Shepard for the past 2 years or what they did to her, so they've gotten Shepard an assistant. Meet Miss Lawson. Shepard heads out to continue clearing up the Geth, but Miranda tells him about the disappearing colonies. Miranda used to work for an organisation that's defending the colonies, but they could do with Shepard's help. We see Cerberus teams defending colonies, defending Cerberus scientists who are researching ways to make alien soil more viable for Earth crops. But we don't know that it's Cerberus, they're just the organisation Miranda used to work for. I'd also add in a plotline about a corrupt Alliance admiral. Maybe we learn that Admiral Kahoku wasn't killed by Cerberus, but by this admiral. Kahoku learned about the Alliance's early history with Cerberus, and he was going to tell everyone, so this admiral killed him and framed Cerberus for it. Maybe he also signed off on Cerberus's research on Akuz and then covered up his own involvement. Either way, Shepard has had their faith in the Alliance shaken, they have a positive image of Miranda's group, and the Council still aren't doing shit about the human colonies. And that's when Miranda introduces Shepard to the elusive man. And the truth comes out. I feel like that setup creates a far more believable reason for why Shepard would go along with the elusive man. We've seen proof that the Alliance aren't what they claim to be, the Council's doing nothing, and Cerberus is doing all these right things. You know, I just feel like what the game presented us with, it just wasn't enough. After everything in Mass Effect 1, it wasn't enough. Now, I've been speaking for quite a while, however, there's one last thing I want to talk about. The elephant in the room, Joker. Because as it stands, Naomi absolutely hates his guts. I know he comes back for Mass Effect 3, but to be honest, if I could play Naomi exactly as I wanted, here's how that interaction would go. Hey Shepard, I'm glad to be flying with you again. Go fuck yourself, Joker, and Naomi pulls out her pistol and puts a bullet right between his eyes. She wouldn't voluntarily have him as her pilot, not after he gloated about joining the terrorist group responsible for killing 50 of her friends and causing her lifelong trauma. Now, I was told that Joker would explain himself later on in Mass Effect 2, that he'd explain that he didn't join Cerberus, that they approached him and name-dropped Naomi, and that's the only reason why he was there. That never happened. I don't know why everyone told me, oh no, he explains it, yet it never got explained. They never went back to that. He was just like, woohoo, I joined Cerberus. End of conversation. Yeah, Naomi would never voluntarily fly with him again after all of this, so I'm gonna do a bit of headcanoning. Here's what I think happened after arrival. So the Normandy docks at some random space station, and Naomi calls the entire crew together in the mess hall. She says that since she's told the elusive man to go screw himself, anyone who still aligns themselves with Cerberus has 15 minutes to get their stuff and leave the ship. Any Cerberus members who are still on board after 15 minutes will be treated like the terrorists they are. Joker heads back to the cockpit and sees someone else sat in the pilot's seat. Joker, tells him, oh, get out of my chair, but the person says, no, they're the pilot. It's their chair. Naomi comes up behind Joker, asking if there's any trouble. You're damn right there's trouble. This guy's saying he's the pilot. He is the pilot. You're fired, Joker. But Shepard, what are you talking about? Why? Because I don't want a terrorist flying me around. Now, you've only got 10 minutes left to get your stuff, so I'd hurry up if I were you. And then Naomi leaves. So Joker goes to the one person that he knows would be able to talk Naomi around, Chakwas. He tells her that he doesn't know why Naomi is treating him like this. Well, Jeff, did you or did you not tell her that you joined Cerberus? Well, yeah, but only because they brought her back. Did you tell her that? Well, no, but we're friends. She knows that's the reason. Do you ever hang out together? Not really, no. Do you ever talk about your personal lives? No. Do you ever talk about things that aren't work-related? No. So you don't interact outside of work. You don't really talk. Why do you think that you're friends? Well, so just to get this clear, you told her that you were so pleased to join up with the group that killed 50 of her friends and just assumed that she wouldn't take you seriously. Oh. Chakwas gets Naomi and sits her down with Joker in the medbay and explains that there's been a massive miscommunication. Joker apologizes profusely. He says that he didn't know about Naomi's history with Cerberus, that it was intended as a joke, that Cerberus approached him, not the other way round. Naomi would absolutely demand proof of that, maybe some emails that she could compare to what Chakwas was sent when Cerberus approached her. I think Chakwas would ask Naomi to apologize to Joker for how she's been treating him. Now, Naomi would argue against that. You know, he told her that he was proud to be a terrorist. How did he expect to be treated? However, I do think that Naomi would eventually apologize for not following up with him. She should have had a second conversation with him about it and, you know, just checked whether he was being serious or not, and she'd apologize for not doing that. Joker asks whether he still has his job, and Chakwas gives Naomi a pleading look, so Naomi says that he does. So going into Mass Effect 3, Naomi feels pretty neutral regarding Joker. She doesn't like him. I think his jokes regarding Cerberus have rather soured him in her mind, but she also doesn't hate him now that it's been explained that he was just trying to make an insensitive joke. And there we go. I think that's all I've got to say. I'm looking forward to Mass Effect 3, partially because my expectations are so low after playing Mass Effect 2 and seeing all of the negativity surrounding Mass Effect 3, but I am also genuinely excited to see where the story goes, what lies in store for Naomi. Well, we shall find out soon, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.